Women in farming, come closer. The government of Ghana is actually ready to support you. And this is actually good news, yeah? So reading from Ghana Web, the government of Ghana is ready to support our mothers and sisters who are into farming. And they call it the Planting for Food and Jobs Program, Phase 2. So what you can just do in order to be able to enjoy this is, number one, is to register your land. So if you're into farming, you need to register the land in your name before you can qualify to enjoy from this. And basically the support is that the government is going to support you, subsidize the input for you. So imagine you're talking about machinery, imagine you're talking about farm produce or the seeds and things that you need, the fertilizer and things. You are going to be getting it at cheaper price. You understand? But you need to be a woman, number one. And number two, it's not just that you are a farmer. You need to register the land. So this was reported on Ghana Web, which I'm about to read, and it says that women farmers urged to register lands to benefit from the PFG2, that is the Planting for Food and Jobs Phase 2 program. So women in farming have been urged to register their lands to access input subsidies provided by the government under the second phase of the Planting for Food and Jobs program. Mr. Yao Frimpong Ado, the Deputy Minister of Agriculture in charge of crops, who made the call, noted that women played vital roles in agriculture, describing them as farm to table in the food production value chain. So actually, it is not every farmer. It's not those who are into livestock farming. No, it is only to those who are into crop farming. So if you are going into crop farming, you need to be a woman, number one. You need to have a land that you have registered your name. Then you can qualify to enjoy this subsidy or this benefit from the government of Ghana. But come to think of it, why is it that everything that we are doing, they are trying to make it gender kind of thing, women in this, women in that? How can a hungry country be thinking like this as well? We are a country that we are hungry. The amount of farm produce we produce a year is far less than what we import in a year. So we are a country that we are importing a lot. So if we're importing a lot, what should we be thinking? Our focus should be that we should produce a lot in order to compete with our importation. And hence, it reduces the importation of the farm produce that we are importing every single day. So instead of this, we are not thinking like this. We are rather thinking about how we are going to make the thing gender. Women and you can argue that men have been enjoying this kind of benefit, but it is not an argument or a discussion of men and women into farming. No, it's a discussion of whether we can actually produce to feed ourselves as a nation. So what is this thing that women in farming, women in this, we are supporting? No, I'm sorry, but I just have a different, decision of different position to this. You understand? Though I'm not against them supporting our mothers, I'm not against them supporting our sisters who are into farming. It is good news you keep supporting them. However, come on, if right now they produce a farm produce, maybe we got maize from a farm, or they have a farm produce plantain from a farm. Nobody asked the plantain, you this plantain, are you from a man's farm or a woman farm? Nobody asked that question. This maize, is it coming from a man farm or a woman? No. The most important, people consume it. So nobody asks whether this is coming from a man or a woman. So that is what we need to be concerned. How can we produce to be able to feed ourselves in the next 1, 2, 3, 5 years? That is what we need to be concerned. It's not about, gender kind of thing, and we are supporting women. Most of these things, though, I understand where the government is coming from. It's coming from the donors and people who give them those kind of people who sponsor them. And so if they went to USA to go seek for support, and the USA say, we will support you, we'll give you this amount of money to support farming in your country. However, we want you to have this kind of project to help this percentage of women, this. So they are those who are putting those conditions, and our government have no choice but to oblige. And I'm not against it, but I'm just saying that we are a country that is hungry. Our focus should be how to produce to compete with our import in order to reduce the importation, not, you understand. I'm a farmer too, and I really enjoy livestock farming better as well. My family, everyone is a farmer, and our mothers and sisters are also into farming. I'm not against it, but I'm just saying that where we are focusing is not where the support should actually be, or where we are supposed to be focusing. We are supposed to be focusing how to produce more, cheaper price, cheaper cost to feed ourselves, instead of making the thing gender kind of competition. So you're welcome to African Farms and Culture. If you're a woman, this is a good news for you. Oh. If you're a sister, you're a mother, this is a good news for you. Oh. If you're also a young girl who is also planning to go into farm, this is a good news for you. Oh. Go and get a land. Not only must you have a land, first of all, you have to be a woman to qualify for it. Number two, you have to register the land before you can qualify to enjoy this subsidy, reducing the cost of input for you and everything. So this is good news for every lady who is watching me. You're welcome to African Farms and Culture, and I am very happy having you on. Assalamu alaikum.